A very good morning to everyone. I am Meenu Agarwal, Assistant Professor in Biotechnology Department. Welcome you all in Faculty Development Program on Pedagogy, Effective Teaching and Learning for Faculty, organized by Department of Biotechnology, NIET, sponsored by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University. Now, I'd like to introduce our first speaker for the day, Dr. P.M. Pandey. Dr. P.M. Pandey completed his BTech degree from HVGI Kanpur and got master's degree from IIT Kanpur in manufacturing science specialization. He served HBTI Kanpur as faculty member for approximately 8 years and completed PhD in the area of additive manufacturing, 3D printing from IIT Kanpur in 2003. He joined IIT Delhi as a faculty member in 2004 and is presently serving as professor in IIT Delhi. Dr. Pandey diversified his research areas in the field of micro and nano finishing. And also filed 21 Indian patent applications. He has approximately 185 international journal papers and 45 international national referred conference papers to his credit. These papers have been cited for more than 6,032 times with H index as 38. He received highly commended paper award by Rapid Prototyping Journal for the paper Fabrication of Three-Dimensional Open Porous Regular Structure of PA 2200 for Enhanced Strength of Scaffold using Selective Laser Sintering, published in 2017. Many of his BTech and MTech supervised projects have been awarded by IIT Delhi. He is recipient of Outstanding Young Faculty Fellowship, IIT Delhi, sponsored by Kusuma Trust, and J.M. Mahajan Outstanding Teacher Award of IIT Delhi. Welcome, sir. Kindly enlighten us with your thoughts.
Okay, so अभी मिलते हैं एक खत्म हो जाएगा. Hello, good morning everyone. Hope I am audible.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. You are audible, sir.
Yeah, so thank you for this introduction. And now the time is that I have to start my talk, is it?
Yes, sir.
So how many participants are there?
Sir, presently around 20 participants have joined and more will be joining.
Okay. So I can see that. So they are from different colleges or they are from your own college?
Yes, sir, from different colleges.
Okay. And some of them are PhDs and some of them are not PhDs also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so like I do not have any formal presentation for this session, but the idea is that I will just discuss the pedagogy and maybe what are the teaching learning method and what are the challenges these faculty members face and how to handle those situations. So this is what my idea would be. So let us try to let me see that how much justice I can do with this. So that's how I'll try to proceed anyway. So let me just start the session. Okay, so
Sir, you are not audible.
Yeah. I'm just something. I'm trying to share my screen.
Okay, okay. Sir.
Yeah. So is this OneNote is visible to you?
Uh,
Something is visible to you on the
yes,
screen?
sir. Yes, sir.
What is that?
Sir, this is a word you have opened, OneNote.
Yeah, OneNote. Fine. Okay. So, are the participants are muted or they can discuss the things with me?
Yes, sir. They can discuss it.
Okay, so they are not muted.
No, no.
So, like my what I have planned today is that I will discuss the means how to plan PhD. Correct? This is something which I would like to discuss today. So anyway, I believe that some of you are there are they are PhDs also, and some of them are non-PhDs. So definitely, this will help to everybody. Those who are not PhD, they may be planning to do PhD, and others who are already done the PhD, they may also be benefited if they consider something like what I'm. Everybody has different ideas, but I have also my ideas because by now I have around 40 PhDs. So I have guided approximately, I'll say, 40 PhDs. So what challenges I face, or when I was a student, what problems I realized, or what expectations I had from my supervisor, and as a supervisor, what expectations I have from my students, and what we like, what we do not like, or what we should like and what we should not like. All these kinds of things I would like to discuss in this particular talk. So I don't know how much interesting it would be, but I will try that. I will try that I can do justice with this session of 1 hour time. Okay, so let me start with some questions. Like in the begin, like we are having around how many participants are there right now? So how many participants are there right now?
Sir, around
Yeah,
40,
any
40% have joined.
Yeah, so it's fine. How many are right now there? Let us, those who have not joined, let us not bothered about them.
Sir, around 20 participants are there.
So we have around 20 participants right now. So fine. So we are having around 20 participants right now. Fine. So among these 20, like I believe that they are listening. So how many of them are PhDs?
Sir, around 80% are PhDs.
80% as PhDs. So means
Yes.
I have to uh, uh, I have to I have to discuss in a from the perspective of supervisor, not from, but definitely the perspective of the students will also come in the way, because in order to address those things. So okay, like let me ask a question that definitely these participants will be guiding PhDs also, correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct. This is what I assume. So let me ask a question from the participants, that what are their expectations? Like what they expect from students, and from the university, I'll say, means from the system, and what they expect from student, from scholar. So these are my two questions. Okay. So anybody would like to answer? Yes, any answer. Somebody will be guiding some PhD. Are they listening or not?
Yes,
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Sir, I am one of the co-guide to my research scholar, and he is working on the natural composite.
Okay, fine.
So my idea is that my student should get his PhD with the good research publication. First thing, and second thing, the scholar should learn from me and from my main guide. The person is doing a PhD from Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi.
So you want that there should be good research publications and the students should learn from you and other course supervisor.
Yes, sir.
This is what your expectation.
Yes, sir.
What?
It should
Anything
not be,
else?
it should not be just near a PhD. He should become a good learner also.
Okay.
Near getting PhD is not my idea to guide him.
Okay. Okay. Any other point from anybody else?
Yes,
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. One by one, please. Yeah.
I am Vineet Kumar. So I am doing a PhD in image processing.
So you are a student, correct? You are a PhD scholar.
Yeah, I am doing it and about to submit it at university.
Yeah.
I have taken the permission for submission. But sir, I would like to tell you about the first thing, that facilities should be provided by the university for accessing the journals, research papers to everyone free of cost. First thing, and the next thing, the environment they should develop so that student get ample time to do this. Because if you are doing any research through some distance, not at the research place, then it would be very difficult to do in time.
Okay. Okay. So this is so what
In that, sir, whatever the panel or RDC members, that should be fixed for every RDC meeting. Not every time it will be changed. So that maybe some problem occur during my even PhD.
So one thing is that you want journal papers must be available to you without any cost by the university, and second you want RDC members should not change, huh? Okay. Anything else? Any other problem? Any other limitation you have faced? Any other limitation you have faced? So my screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So any other response from any of the student or maybe the colleague?
Yes, sir. This is Navneet Himanshu. I just defended my PhD from NIT Patna 2 months ago.
Okay.
From your first question,
Yeah.
What kind of facility we want from the university. What I think, if university facilitate a good lab to a student, that may be helpful to a student. And from the student, what I can think, whatever the work given by me to the student, they work on timely basis.
Okay. So they should work on timely basis.
Yes, sir.
This is your expectation, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Any other response? Any other response? Do we have any other response? Yeah, so we have 20 participants. I believe that there may be more responses. Are you listening to me or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So please ask the candidates, participants to give more responses.
Okay, sir.
Yes, any response? There's no response. So means you are satisfied with whatever is going on. Does it mean that?
Yes, sir.
So according to you, everything is fine, eh? Okay. So should I now call one by one? I think I can see now there are so many. No, I think this is not the case. Uh,
Good morning, sir.
yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Sir,
morning.
actually, all faculties are listening you very concentratedly.
Huh.
Probably they may not be finding any issues, so they are not putting up questions. We can continue with the session, please, sir.
Okay. Okay. So let me just talk about. Let me. So
Once you
Navneet.
complete with the presentation, they may ask question once the presentation is over, sir.
Okay.
They will ask the question once the presentation is over, then they will unmute and ask, sir.
Okay. So there's no formal presentation. I have told you earlier also.
Yes, sir.
So I discussed like this only. Okay, so anyway, let me share what I want to convey. Now from this, these few things which has been just now told by I think 2 or 3 of the participants, that the expectation of a PhD supervisor is that there has to be good research publication. The student should learn from the supervisors basically, and he should be good learner, and the student should work in time. So these are the 4 observations which supervisors are having, and students want that there should be good lab facility, there should be good literature that should be available, and RDC should not change, member should not change, because then there may be some inconsistency. Okay, so here I agree with the points which students have raised, correct? I fully agree with the 3 points, that there has to be a facility, there has to be a good literature support, and at the same time there has to be no change in the members. Fine. So like if we try to see the system which we follow here in IIT, there is a good support. There's a good support for literature survey. That is there, and of course the labs are there. Labs are there with, I will say, more than 50% requirement. It's not 100% requirement. And third is that the SRC which we follow here in our case, that is called Students Research Committee. The members are fixed, like there are 3 to 4 members, so they are fixed, provided somebody is not retired, or somebody leaves the IIT, so something of that kind. So otherwise they are fixed. So these problems are being they are definitely not there. But the other observations which supervisors have given, actually, I just see that it is their expectation, correct? Like their expectation is that good publication should come. Their expectation is that the students should learn from both of them, both the supervisors, or one supervisor or the 2 supervisors, and the student should be a good learner, and student should work on time. So I agree with the 2, that the student should be keen to learn. Obviously this is true at all levels, not only PhD. This is the big problem in our society. And the second is that he should work on time, should follow timelines. Now the thing is should follow, correct? Okay. Now this word should is something which becomes important here, because it is not always that he will be able to do that, because it is a research. It's not a studying a course, and it's not that he has to submit assignment. It's a research. So once it is a research, he may be able to do in time, he may not be able to do in time, but he should put in sufficient effort. So sufficient effort is essential. If the effort is not there and the time is wasted, then that is something which is not acceptable. So this is one thing. Now let me talk about what are the, like when I was a student, what did I expect? And so as a student, what are the expectations? When I went to do MTech in IIT Kanpur, I'll say, the problem which was given to me was very open-ended problem. So research problem is always an open-ended problem. It cannot be something like, most of the time those who are sitting here, the participants and those who belong to mechanical engineering, I will say, especially, you might have observed that most of the time the problems which are given are like you just change the material. Like I will those how many some of you may be the mechanical engineers here, correct? So this electric discharge machining EDM is a very it's a very I'll say popular topic among researchers, and I don't know what they do in EDM because EDM is a process which has been established long back. Maybe hardly there's any scope left in terms of technological innovation as far as EDM is concerned. And EDM has number of variants also, correct? So there are number of variants also people have developed. The theoretical modeling or maybe the mechanism, I will say that mechanism is highly complex, but whatsoever people have done, I hardly see any paper which from where there's anything new which is being proposed or which has come out. So to me it appears that there's no much research scope, or the research is frozen almost, unless somebody tries to bring out some aspect which is very innovative in nature, and then only something good can be done. So what I would like to tell you that the problem is generally open-ended, correct? When you go, so I was given an open-ended problem. Now the problem was just that I will tell you the title, finite element analysis of ECSM process. This was the problem which was given to me, and it was the time, I will say, October 1993. Is it okay? Now everybody knows finite element analysis if you are working in mechanical engineering field or even in other fields. Like if you really see, this finite element analysis is nothing but a tool to solve differential equation. And electrochemical spark machining is an unconventional machining process. It is an unconventional process. So this was something which was, given to me, and I can tell you that it was just an open-ended problem. Now a problem is a research problem. It is an actual research problem when the solution is not known, correct? When the solution is not known. So this is what I would like to tell you. Now just giving this statement, finite, now if you really go back in 1993, the finite element softwares were also not that strong. Even today what I did cannot be simulated by finite element method with the commercial softwares. The tool to differential equation, tool to solve differential equation was something which I have to develop. And when I start, so what I did, the electrochemical spark machining process was also not established much. So what used to happen, like every week there used to be a meeting on meeting with supervisors. So I used to have 2 supervisors. So there was a meeting every Tuesday. I used to have meeting, correct, from 11 a.m. onwards, and 2 supervisors and myself, correct. So 3-member meeting, correct. This used to happen. So now the goal, I used to read research papers and present to them. This is what I used to do. Now the expectation, now what student do the mistake? Now I will come to the main problem. What students do? Students think that my guide will tell me something what is to be done. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I want answer from those who are student right now. So students, am I correct? Those who are doing PhD, they expect that my guide will tell me do this. And most of the time the problem with the guide is that he is not in a position to tell anything. But because of some reason, he wants that the student should learn from the supervisors. Am I correct? So what is your reaction on my statements? They are good or they are bad? Any supervisor?
8. Mama, it's here. Mama.
I would request the participants, those who are not talking, to please mute yourself.
Yeah. So, do you agree with my statement? So the student want that my supervisor will tell me what to do. And supervisor in general, as stated just now, have a feeling that student will or should learn from them. This is what, these are the 2 observations. What I feel is both expectations are wrong. Neither the students are having right expectation, nor the supervisor has a correct feeling. Now what should actually happen? Why student should not expect? Can any student answer my question that why he should not expect?
Sir, this is Navneet Mansu.
Yeah.
Sir, but in general, we found that these 2 scenario is in general process. What we found in the institution with guide and with a student also.
Yeah, that is correct. I am saying that this is what is the That should not have happened actually.
Yes,
So,
sir. Yes, sir.
so now once I'm telling you that this should this is not correct. So why? So from a student, my question is, why you should not expect? My supervisor will tell me what to do. Why the student? Why this is a wrong expectation?
So may I speak?
Yes, definitely you can speak.
Sir, I believe that if we expect from our guide, then we won't be able to innovate that area. Because if we do the research, or if we find our title or topic, if we will study by our own choice, then we would be explore more instead of getting the things from our guide side. Because I believe that that person will definitely support us or help us to move forward in that direction. Sir,
Yes.
what?
So this is one of the way of looking at it. This is a very decent reply which is there. Yeah. So this is one of the replies. Now the blunt reply to this is that if I am a supervisor and I know the solution of my problem, like the problem was finite element analysis of ECSM process, correct? And if my supervisor know about it, then why they are giving it to me? Correct? And if they are giving it to me and they know the solution, then they should have done it their own and published the paper, or patent they would have filed. So if that is the truth, then it is no more a research problem. Correct? And they will not be in a position to tell you directly, because the solution does not exist. You have to struggle and solve it. So they are your supervisor, but they are your supervisor because they have experience in that direction. Is it okay? So the solution is neither known to your supervisor nor to you. So expecting that your supervisor tell what to do is a wrong expectation from the student's perspective. If it is actually a problem of research, nobody will be knowing about it. That is one thing. Now, from this question, once again it is clear. I think I have answered the second one also. That once this is the case, supervisor should not feel that student will have to learn from them only. So what students has to do? Student duty is that he should learn the literature, think and try to find out some hypothesis. He should try to formulate some hypothesis and discuss it with supervisor. And supervisor should only give his comments, his or their comments on hypothesis based on their experience. So learning from the supervisor is not here. Learning from the supervisor is only there when it is a classroom teaching. You are teaching some subject. The student is supposed to independently, solve the problem and consider. The student should consider your supervisor as your first reviewer only. Correct? The way you submit your publication or paper to a journal and the reviewer reads your paper and gives you the comment. So that is the role of the supervisor. Supervisor is actually your first reviewer. If you are expecting that he will tell you every day कि आज आप ये कर लीजिए, आज आप वो कर लीजिए, आज शाम तक ये काम कर लीजिए, एक हफ्ते में ये काम कर लीजिए, तो फिर मामला ठीक नहीं चल रहा है. This is what my way of looking at it. So when you are doing any thesis, maybe master's thesis, maybe in master's thesis I can tell you maybe 50% times I can expect that supervisor may tell you, but in PhD thesis I will never expect that PhD supervisor should tell you every day that you should do it. You have to plan your problem, you have to devise methodology of your problem, and you should discuss with your supervisor and try to get the comments of your supervisor. And supervisor should, based on his or her experience or their experiences, must try to supervise the way the student is actually trying to move ahead. Sometimes from the experience, supervisor may realize that okay, this is not the correct way. If this way is, if he takes some other path, it may be little more efficient, it may be less time consuming. That is actually the job of the supervisor is. Now the next important point is as just now somebody was telling, who has answered this question right now, my question?
So Dr. Pratibha.
Yeah, so Dr. Pratibha has answered. Now the idea is that now the question comes, expectation of publications. Now, expectation of publication is definitely there because it is a part of the academics. But why you are not able to get good publication? Why you are not able to publish in, say, good journals? The reason is your problem is not well formulated. Is it okay? So, I considered that more than 50% work of a PhD scholar is to decide what he or she will do in PhD. Correct? More than 50% of the work. If we have identified a good research problem, your 50% PhD is done. Then another, I will say 15% work is done if you have devised an efficient methodology that how to solve the problem which we have identified here. Correct? So how to do that? That is another important point. So once you have done these two steps, 60% PhD is done. Only 40% remains. And if your problem is identified properly, you have devised the methodology also properly, then it will not take more than 1.5 years to complete your work. Now, generally, the mistake, what is being done? What are the common mistakes? The common mistakes what student does is like what I have observed in IIT. They are very enthusiastic when they join PhD, And there's a common belief in our society. क्या है? PhD गाइड करवाता है. This is the common belief, which I do not agree at all. The PhD has to be done by the student, and you have to satisfy your supervisor as a first reviewer. He is your first examiner. So this is the big issue. And because of this problem, because of this belief in the society, so many problems come in your way. You try to, make your supervisor happy, by doing this way, that way. You do some certain things which you should have not done. You try to make him happy actually. Because the belief is that if he is happy with you, then he will, आपकी PhD, he will get it done by any way. So if you are doing that, actually it is just a degree. You are taking a piece of paper. And once you are taking a piece of paper, you won't be able to do much in your life. So that you should not do. So this is one aspect. Now let us forget this. Let me tell you that what else happened. Now student take admission, feels very happy, correct? He is very happy that I have got the admission. Then he starts coursework. So in IIT, if we see, he tries to do courses based on, that I have to do something, किसी तरह से course कर लेते हैं, because I have to complete 12 credits. So I will do some courses, some simple courses, or courses where there's no much programming, where there's no much this thing, that thing. So he try to do these courses and he is happy. Correct? Now he has passed these 12 credits. Now after that, what happens? Now the next step is the comprehensive exam and work plan presentation. This is another step. Now this comprehensive exam and work plan presentation, very crucial step, most crucial. The complete success of the PhD lies here. Comprehensive exam is something which is, again, I'll say it's a difficult exam, but generally people pass it because frankly speaking, if it is done the way it should have been done, more than 50% people will fail, I can tell you. But it's not the case. So then it comes the work plan. Now work plan, as I have indicated, in your last this thing, that this is something that more than 50% work of a PhD scholar is to decide what he or she will do in PhD, and 10 to 15% is something what devise the methodology. So now what student does, now from here to here, like suppose in doing 12 credits, he has used 8 months. So for example, he has consumed 8 to 9 month time in doing this 12 credits. Now within 15 months, that is 18 months, one has to do. So another, we say 9 to 10 months time is there to do this. So what he will do? He will simply waste this time. Now here the problems will come. The student will think that my supervisor will tell me the problem, and I don't want to say what supervisor will think. Is it okay? So the expectation of student is that supervisor will tell the problem. क्या करना है? ये हमारा सुपरवाइजर बताएगा. This is what student thinks. Okay, now he will keep wasting the time, and finally, when this 9 to 10 months will become over, कुछ करके something will be done and work plan presentation is conducted. Now SRC. I have seen this because I am chairman of number of RDCs also in various universities, including maybe in UP, maybe at Gorakhpur, maybe at RGPV, so many places. Now tell me one thing, why the others will bother? Suppose I am supervisor, I have made SRC, student research committee, and there are few members in the research committee. They are generally my friends. So what will happen? This is cleared. Correct. Now the problem happens because this is not followed. You have not defined your problem well, and you have not, done this thing properly. You have not done any preliminary work. Correct?
Excuse me, sir.
Hello?
Sir, SRC means Students Research Committee, means students are the members.
No, students are not the members. It is 3 professors are the member. Professor 1, Professor 2, Professor 3 and also supervisor. Like ये आपकी RDC हो गई एक तरह की चीज मान लीजिए. दूसरी जगह.
Basically scrutiny committee, na? This is basically a scrutiny committee.
Scrutiny committee, yes. Correct?
It was misunderstood by me. Students Research Committee means I thought of how the students are your friends.
No. So,
right?
Now the question happens, now what will happen? Now once, so आपका work plan has been approved now. Now this work plan is not done, not properly planned. It's not properly planned. No preliminary work done. Correct? Now the whole life of the student is in soup. This is the whole problem. So I believe that I have made you clear that where are the mistakes. So if this is not properly planned, you will find that the student is always struggling for his entire duration of another 3 years, 4 years, and every time he is in confusion that what has to be done, how to do, what to do, where to go. So actually all these things should be planned and preliminary work should be done in this 9 to 10 month of period. This period is actually very important period where students should have done all this thing, which people don't do. Is it okay? And as far as I am concerned, my guidance is always there at this stage. And then I leave. After this, I hardly bother for the student. Is it okay? The student himself keeps doing the work. He writes the paper and submits the paper to me, and I correct the paper like a first reviewer and gives back to him. So this is the way I work. So this is what my experience is. I think I have taken enough time. This is 11:25. So if you have any questions now, that where you do not agree with me, you may not, it doesn't mean that you are always agree with me. I may be wrong at certain places, correct? So you can tell me that, or if you have any doubt, still you do not feel that you are not convinced with some of my points, you can tell me.
Sir, basically you are telling that in the period of these 9 to 10 months, we have to create an objective and we have to also suggest some methodology part.
Obviously you have to do like something which you are planning, ठीक है?
Yes, sir. Yes,
तो
sir.
उसको आप करेंगे नहीं क्या? अगर आप
Yes.
उस पे कुछ भी एक्सपेरिमेंट करके नहीं देखेंगे और आपने कोई चीज कमिट कर ली कि हम ऐसा कर देंगे जी, और बाद में नहीं हुआ, फिर क्या करेंगे?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exactly.
Okay, any other question? So definitely the university should provide a support in terms of availability of literature, and then sometimes, like I have told you, like key lab facility are always inadequate. It's not that in IIT we do not face problems in terms of facilities. We face problems in terms of facilities because of various reasons. One is equipment is not available, so we have to either develop the student equipment, or we have to purchase the equipment. If we have to purchase the equipment, we have to sometimes write projects, sometimes we try to get funding from institute. Sometimes we have to travel to other place, maybe other IIT, or maybe sometimes other labs, like one of my scholars recently did some of the experiments at NPL, New Delhi. Sometimes we go to some other labs. So this is what these are the things which are the part of your life. So everything, every facility is readily available with you. That can never happen. That is not possible. Correct? And in our country, there's another problem which we call it as, which is actually a very bad practice, that people do not allow you to use the facility. That is a big issue, even in IITs also. Correct? So people they have equipment, but they will not allow you to use it, because in India, this is a great country. People think कि अगर हम काम नहीं करने देंगे तो अगले का काम नहीं होगा. So you should take it in a very positive spirit, and if somebody is not giving you the opportunity, you know that it is the necessity which is a key to invention. So you find out your own way to do it, and if you try to do it, maybe sometimes you result in some patent. Correct? You try to develop your own way, maybe less efficient, but you will get a way. So one has to do it with full dedication. There has to be a will for it, and if there's a will for it, you will definitely be able to find out a path. So people say that where there's a will, there's a way. So you will create your own way if your will is there. So this is what I wanted, that I will talk about it, because when Dr. Rashmi Shrivastava, I think Dr. Rashmi Mishra, she called me. So I told her I don't speak on pedagogy, and this is not my area. So then she said, okay, you have a lot of experience, and why don't you share your experiences? So then I realized that this will be the best way. I should try to explain to the people that where they commit mistakes as a student, also as a supervisor also, and we end up with a struggle finally, and there's no good outcome. So I think that what I have tried to share does not give any kind of ill feeling, because this is what I felt, the way I work. You may not be agreeing with this, nobody forces you to do that, but this is my experience. So you have to be very open minded with your students as far as academics is concerned. You should respect their ideas, you should respect the way they are working, because there's another issue also, like the age when student come to do PhD. The age is very typical age. Somebody is around 25, somebody is around 28, somebody is 30, and at that age so many expectations are there. Family expectations, your parents expectations, if you are married, your family responsibilities, your expectations of wife, your expectations of your kids, so many things are there. So a good balance has to be made. You have to, but definitely balance does not mean that you should try to give maximum time to your studies. PhD demands time, time and consistent effort. These are the two things. So if you are uh, like if you are a above average student and you are honest student, you are very hard working student, you keep on doing effort to achieve your goal, you will be able to do a good PhD. For uh, definitely a very brilliant scholar, if he is there, he will definitely can do something extraordinary work, but any average student could achieve a very good PhD, excellent PhD, I'll say, if he's a above average and he does consistent effort and he's honest, hardworking, and gives a lot of time to one's PhD. But definitely, if you follow these things, I believe that in 4 years, in 3.5 to 4 years, you will be able to achieve. Then one more important point. So once you do all this, now the writing work, correct? Paper writing and thesis writing. Now this is another important point. Now somebody does very good work, for example, but he is not able to write properly. His presentation is not good. His English is not that impressive. So what will happen? Even the good work you won't be able to publish. A little average work which is not outstanding, even it can be published to a very good paper if you present it well. Means it's like only that you can sell a average product in a very good packing. So that is also a fact. So if you present well, if you write well, even a little inferior work also can be published in a good journals. So all these are some tips which I tried to give you so that you can do plan your research and many other things. So I don't know, how did you like it? So if you have any question, you can ask me, then I can stop here.
Sir, kindly emphasize your one step that after the SRC, Student Research Committee, after that and between the scholar, you leave him to do the work. So what was the more important step? You take care of that.
Most important step is problem formulation. That is the which I have written here. This is the most important work. Is it okay?
Right, sir.
Any other question? Yeah. Anyone has any question? So I think if there are no questions, so there are many participants now. I don't know, 29 I can see. So yeah, so Meenu, Dr. Meenu Agrawal, huh? Meenu ji, huh?
Yes,
So
sir.
how do you find this discussion?
Sir, this session was very, very informative, sir. And sir, thank you so much for enlightening us, sir. This was indeed a very informative session.
Maybe it is just my practical experience, nothing more than that. It was not like a lecture or anything. It was just sharing what I try to follow rather, and I have followed it with. Means I'll say I have been quite successful in this. So let others also try to do, and if they feel there are certain drawbacks in this, they can always tell me. So I'm always open to little criticism. Correct. Critics are very important. Those who do not listen critics, they cannot proceed further. Is it okay? This is the big problem with our society. Every director wants that, one should not come and tell that this is wrong. They should only, yes, sir. So this yes, sir technology is something which is, that doesn't do well. So this is what my feeling is. So people like it, people do not like it. So anyway, that's the life. So, but this is how I work, and this is how I am able to do so much of work. This is what I feel. So anyway, so if there have any other question, I am still there for 2-3 minutes. But if you have any other lecture plan, you can close the meeting.
Sir, this is Navneet Himanshu. First of all, I would like to thank you for this session. This is very much fruitful session for me, because I am very much new in this field. And thanks a lot once again for your informative session, sir. Thank you. This is very much informative to me.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other question? तो जिन लोगों को सुविधाएं नहीं मिलती हैं, उन्हें सुविधाएं खोजनी पड़ेंगी. ठीक है. सुविधाएं खोजना is also a part of PhD. You should not expect that your guide will go and bring everything for you. He cannot do that. It is your problem. It is your PhD. I tell my students one more story. It's very interesting. Do you understand the difference between a guide and a supervisor?
No, sir. Kindly emphasize.
You do not understand. आप ताजमहल गए हैं कभी?
Yes, sir.
ताजमहल गए हैं तो वहां गाइड मिलता है एक. ठीक है. जयपुर में हवा महल में भी एक गाइड मिलता है. कभी गाइड किया होगा ना? गाइड के पीछे पीछे आप चलते हैं. ठीक है. गाइड क्या बताता है? ये ताजमहल है. यहाँ पर जो है ताजमहल किसने बनवाया था? शाहजहां ने.
यस सर.
अच्छा, हाँ. तो यहाँ पे शाहजहां इस तख्ते ताउस के ऊपर बैठते थे. ये जो है हमाम है, इसमें नूरजहां नहाती थी. ये है, ऐसा है, वैसा है. और ही कीप्स ऑन टेलिंग यू सम स्टोरी, और आप उसके पीछे चलते रहते हैं. हाँ जी, हाँ जी, है ना. यू नेवर आस्क एनी क्वेश्चन. वो कुछ भी, कोई पत्थर पड़ा होगा उसको बता देगा कि यहाँ पे जो है शहजादा सलीम एक बार आया था और उसने जो है इस पत्थर पे 3 लात मारी थी, उसके बाद उसका पैर टूट गया था. ठीक है ना. So he can tell any story and you will believe it. So this is called a guide. Now what is a supervisor? This word supervision is little different. So when my students call me a guide, I don't like it actually. Correct? Now what is a supervisor? Supervisor कहाँ होता है? Generally supervisor होते हैं किसी इंडस्ट्री में. सुपरवाइजर का क्या काम होता है? वर्कशॉप के अंदर जो काम चल रहा है उसको सुपरवाइज करना. सुपरवाइज का मतलब क्या है? सुपरवाइज. If I am your supervisor, I am little more wiser than you. That's the definition. Is it okay? So I am little more wiser. That's all. I am little more wiser than you because I am little more experienced. So when you will perform the research, from my experience, I will try to give you some tips so that your path in which you are moving becomes little easier. That's the job of the supervisor. But guide is like somebody who meets you in Taj Mahal. ठीक है? आप गाइड मत बनिए, आप सुपरवाइजर बनिए. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So thank you for this 1 hour session. We had an interaction only. It was not a lecture or anything. So thanks a lot. You may find these things sometimes practical. And with this, all the best. If you have any question, you can discuss with me. मेरा phone number आप ले लीजिएगा मैडम से. Or if you have any problem, you can talk to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. On behalf of all the faculty members, I thank you for this informative session. I would also like to thank all the faculty members for joining us. Our next session will start at 12 p.m. I also request all the faculty members to kindly share the feedback by clicking on the link that is shared in the message box. And the attendance is also being monitored according to the feedback that is shared by you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
So, Dr. Meenu,
Yes, sir.
आपसे मेरी एक गुजारिश है कि ये
Yes,
जो
sir.
फीडबैक आएगा, फीडबैक मुझे जरूर शेयर करिएगा, क्योंकि मैं देखना चाहता हूं कि दोबारा मुझे ऐसा लेक्चर देना है कि नहीं देना है कहीं. ठीक है? Is it all right?
Yes, sir. Sir, you were not audible, sir.
Yeah, so I'm saying that kindly share the feedback with me on email.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Because that is very essential for me, because I would like to maybe improve this lecture, or may not like to go with this lecture, or may like to go with this lecture. All these things will depend on the feedback,
Yes.
because this kind of thing I have done first time today.
So that
Okay.
was an excellent session, sir. This was very informative.
No, I don't believe in that. I believe in what you will write, because
Okay,
people say only good things on your face. Okay, so thank you very much. All the best to everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for your sincere efforts.